When you think of an insurance company, people usually don't tend to think about technology, but the role that technology plays in delivering the best possible promise and product to our customer is vital. We have so many different variations of it, from real-time data ingestion to virtual reality, to pretty much any other technology that you can name.
One of the coolest things is actually being able to do some piece of software development and issue that all the way through production, and just knowing that maybe one or two lines of code that you put in are being utilized by all of our agent staff and even our internet customers. It's a pretty cool feeling. And
one of the biggest things that I enjoy is the amount of opportunity and growth we're given to enhance our skill sets, both from an engineering perspective and from just a personal perspective.
When I started out, I did not know any of the languages I work with right now, and it felt very scary at first. But if you can convince yourself that you are capable of doing it, then you will be capable of doing it.
Good software engineering is primarily about sharing our learnings with others in a variety of ways. Through the code that we write, the architecture of our projects, the technical documentation we provide. And that's because, frankly, sharing information and knowledge is essential and vital. And it takes practice to do well. So my advice, look for more ways to add clarity for others to your projects. It could be in looking at some code to refactor, right? Add a little more clarity to the function names, add a little bit more, detail to the parameters being provided. Or maybe it's adding a couple more unit tests, right? Just to kind of show the few additional instances of how that function or class or service or what have you could actually be used. It can also be even simpler things like rewording that README doc that's probably in need of some updates. Or it can even be a little more drastic, like restructuring the directories and the packages that make up the project and try to make it be more descriptive for when new contributors kind of come to your project. It's through these experiences that I found that these activities not only help others, but it also increases your own context and understanding of the projects and systems at play.
Make it a point every day or every week to learn something new. Be humble, be confident in what you know, be receptive to others' feedback, and always keep an open mind while you're working.
I've had quite a breadth when it comes to a lot of our different areas that interact with our different business areas. In the role I'm transitioning into, it's going to be a lot of focus on the engineering to kind of speed up our teams and our delivery experiences. Think about platform engineering. If you kind of think about aspects around how do we enable 2,000 plus engineers to be able to more rapidly get idea into production, the developer advocacy pieces of that and all that. That's the type of stuff that I'm working on now. And so my goal is to try to help simplify some of our development and test environments, kind of ease the developer and delivery experiences and those type of things.
The company cares about you and they really listen to you. I've seen it during my entire career with State Farm. It feels like a big family that nurtures your interests and makes you feel like you're adding value.
I have been here for only 7 to 8 months, and in just the short period of time I have learned so much. My primary role when I first started was to help my team take our on-premise applications to the cloud. And through that, I was put in a position to learn new languages, new technologies. And while that can sound overwhelming, it wasn't, because the team was there to help me through the process. And it's a very healthy culture to learn in. That is what I love about it.